Good evening and welcome to Trash Bin News. I'm Logan Genderberg.
And I'm Corey Hartle. We have a lot to cover tonight on our April Fool's edition of the show, so you don't want to go away. Reports of paranormal activity in the Memorial Union have been on the rise lately.
Paranormal investigator Adam Tofel examined reports and gathered some of his own evidence.
Is the Memorial Union haunted? This semester, both students and faculty have reported numerous strange occurrences in the building. This includes reports of mysterious messages, floating objects, and other unexplainable occurrences. Although there have been many eyewitness reports, no concrete video evidence has been taken of a paranormal entity. Photos and videos taken have been very blurry, and the results are inconclusive. I met with a student who claimed to have an encounter with a paranormal entity.
So there I was walking down this hallway, yeah, and I'm going to get my obvious 2 for $5. I'm listening, I'm just bouncing, I'm playing some Nas, and that's hitting hard. And all of a sudden these lights start flickering, mate. Like these lights right here, they just go chip, 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 chip. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? And I turn around and I swear I saw this white ghost thingy. But it's not Halloween, so it can't be a ghost. Maybe just my future mother-in-law.
After hearing all this evidence, I tried to go get some concrete proof for myself. Alright guys, so I'm in the stairwell. Pretty sure I just saw something going down the stairs. I'm gonna go investigate. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Ah! So in conclusion, is the Memorial Union haunted? Maybe. I think we need to do more testing, maybe a few more weeks here, and we can really get... You guys hear that? I hear something coming at the door. Wait a minute, why is the camera moving? Oh my god!
And ghost sightings on campus or Adam's current location, please submit to the BIN website. With snow levels still extremely high for this point in the year, campus officials are getting desperate. After days of discussion, officials have signed off on the purchasing of over 1,000 flamethrowers in an attempt to lessen the flood impact by melting the snow in phases. This decision will cost the campus about $500,000, which will be offset by the closure of NDSU's theater major. Protests of the change are already underway, with multiple groups of students assembling to let their opinions be heard. While the decision is confusing to many, one thing is for sure: things are about to get heated on campus. In honor of National Crayon Day, tomorrow all campus students will be required to wear one color. Special recognition will be given to those who wear a crayon suit or dress up in other creative ways. Students are encouraged to coordinate with their fellow classmates and plan group outfits as well. This event comes in light of one sophomore student burning over 500 pounds of crayons outside the West Dining Center while chanting things such as "down with the crayons" and "markers are superior writing tools." Campus officials want everyone to feel safe and secure, regardless of what writing utensil they use.
While the theater program is still being discontinued at NDSU, the department has been preparing for one final show, Abominable Snowman. The student-written play set in an alternate universe follows a group of explorers who go to the Himalayas after the partial collapse of the United States. They come across a half-man, half-Yeti with an interest in politics and decide to bring him to America as a presidential candidate. They want to see if he's the one thing that can repair the country once and for all. The show premieres tomorrow at 7 p.m. in the Askinese Auditorium, with additional showings taking place throughout the week. Tickets are free for students and can be reserved online. NDSU students are still recovering after a snowstorm led to the Wi-Fi going down across campus on Monday afternoon. The outage resulted in an early shutdown of West Dining Center after a mostly peaceful protest escalated into a riot as students began throwing utensils into the pizza oven and flipped tables on their sides. Aldeavon Tower faced similar issues as outraged nursing students shattered 2 windows on the 4th floor and started tossing birthing mannequins onto the sidewalk below. The NDSU Counseling Center will be offering free therapy sessions to students affected by the lack of internet. Some students have also created support groups, which they say allows for a safe place for students to recover from this horrific incident. The Wi-Fi was down for a total of 8 minutes before the IT department was fortunately able to restore the internet across campus.
NDSU Athletics has just made a major announcement that will be introducing a new athletic program. After years of winters that felt like they would never end, the department has decided to form a hockey team. When asked what led to their decision, a head of the department stated, "Well, it's so cold out that we looked outside, saw the ice, and that's what gave us the idea to capitalize on the horrible weather here." The team will be hosting tryouts next week at the Shields Arena. All current students and upcoming students will be given first priority, with high school and transfer students being evaluated after.
Tomorrow marks the annual Admitted Student Day held for students who plan to attend NDSU in the fall. Students will be touring campus throughout the day and will get the chance to participate in breakout sessions as well. In an email to students, President Cook asked students to refrain from crying in public places on campus until the tours are complete. In addition, he requests that students limit showing signs of stress and asks that they assume visual attitudes of amazement and astonishment towards NDSU. Volunteer students will be patrolling the Union and the library to ensure that joyful attitudes are maintained among students. Dr. Cook hopes that this will reverse the downward trend of enrollment that we've been seeing the past 2 years. When we come back, we'll have a look at some local and national news. Stay tuned.
You think you know what you're getting into when you start cooking meth. The money, the power, the respect, but none of it's worth it. If you do meth, your teeth will rot. You'll lose weight so fast you won't recognize yourself in the mirror, and you'll get paranoid. Oh, and you think you can outrun the law? Think again. The DEA is always watching, and they will catch you. Meth will destroy your life. Take it from me. My name is Walter Hardwell White, and I was a high school chemistry teacher before I got sucked in to doing meth, and now me and my pal, Jesse Pinkman, run a nationwide meth kingpin, and I am also now the most paranoid man on the face of the earth. Meth has completely severed all ties I have with the real world, and I am now a completely different person than I was just a few years ago. Take it from me. Don't destroy your life. Do not do meth.
Are you tired of rolling up miles of audio cable? Are you sick of using outdated and clunky audio systems to collect sound? Well, what if I told you there was a better way? There is? I'm Corey Hartle, and this is the Sony ECM NV1, the original directional microphone. And it works from up to 100 feet away. The microphone can easily mount to any existing camera that you may have, and with only a foot-long cable, it's easy to keep out of the way. Our top-of-the-line microphone is durable, water-resistant, and even microwavable. To order your Sony ECM NV1, dial the number on your screen. But that's not all. Order soon and we'll throw in a second microphone absolutely free. Just pay separate shipping and handling. Also, order in the next 10 minutes to receive this travel case free of charge. The North Dakota House of Representatives overwhelmingly passed a bill 86-8 on Tuesday that would loosen existing child labor laws across the state. If passed, the bill would reduce the age at which employment restrictions take place from 16 years to 36 months old. In a statement to KX News, Representative Jackson from District 15 said, "We need to start teaching our children the value of hard work from an early age, and what better way to do that than to let them work? After all, if they are old enough to walk and to talk, then they can be contributing to society." The bill is expected to be voted on in the Senate by early next week, where it will become law if it is passed. With a record-breaking year for snowfall and still more to come, the city wanted a way to celebrate the unavoidable upcoming flood. The Chamber of Commerce and the Fargo Parks and Recreation Department have partnered together to host the first annual flood festival, Aquapalooza. The event, which is modeled after Frostival, will be tentatively held in the middle of April depending on when the snow melts. Some events for the festival include a slip and slide down Elm Street when the water rises, a musical about Noah's Ark, and the sandbagging Olympics. Many influential figures in the industry will also be present, including the Assistant Director of Flood Mitigation from Spokane, Washington, and a hydrology professor from the University of Tulsa. A full list of events and participants can be found on the City of Fargo's website.
Authorities are on the lookout for a suspect that has fled after moving her house arrest monitor. Rachel Jackson, famously dubbed Raccoon Rachel, made headlines for bringing a raccoon into a bar in the Wahpeton area. Jackson was serving a 6-month sentence of house arrest after having endangered the public with her raccoon and making threats about raising a raccoon army and becoming the great raccoon mother she was always destined to be. The North Dakota DNR and law enforcement are encouraging anyone with information on her whereabouts to come forward. Until then, don't trust any raccoons you see, as it may be a trap. The city of Fargo is introducing a new holiday to help liven up the boring stretch between winter and spring. Airdrop Day is a day where every Fargo citizen with a phone is required to airdrop at least one photo to a random fellow citizen. This holiday aims to bring the community closer together and to show just how much one comes into contact with strangers on a day-to-day, and maybe even build something more with them. Protesters of the event say that it opens the door to spam, harassment, and immature or inappropriate photos being shared to those who do not wish to see such things. Despite these valid complaints, the holiday is still pushing forward. Oh, I think I may have just received an airdrop right now.
The television show The Masked Singer came under fire after a controversial celebrity was unmasked in last night's episode. The singing competition features celebrities performing in disguises while a panel of judges try to guess who's behind the mask. After being voted out yesterday, DJ Zebra was revealed to be none other than Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader of North Korea. After a lackluster performance of Fergalicious, the judges unanimously selected the dictator to be sent home. However, they failed to guess who was behind the mask, as they thought the clue about dropping bombs was referring to rapper Eminem. The reveal led to calls for boycotting the show, with hashtag #GoHomeZebra trending on Twitter immediately afterwards.
Recent presidential elections have seen their share of celebrities and famous names run for a seat in the White House, but this new candidate overshadows all the past ones. Kermit the Frog has just announced that he will be running for president in 2024 after widespread rumors of him planning something big. Some say this is just an attempt to distract from his messy divorce and custody battle with his ex-wife, Miss Piggy, but the Frog refuses to give an answer to these rumors. Running on the platform Leapfrog the Competition, Kermit will be making rally appearances in several cities over the coming new weeks, with his new girlfriend, Ariana Grande, accompanying him. Regardless of how his candidacy ends, one thing is for certain: the Muppets are once again center stage in America. Well, that is all we have for what has truly been a strange day in news. Coming up, Dash will take us through a sports week full of odd decisions and strange changes. Don't go anywhere.
Is that old water bottle of yours just not cutting it anymore? Are you sick of cleaning the blender ball every time that you have a protein shake? Well, do I have some news for you? Well, go on ahead and get rid of that blender ball, because you won't be needing it or that old water bottle anymore. Now introducing the Helix 2.0 bottle. The Helix 2.0 bottle doesn't even need a blender ball. All you have to do is listen to the Cars 1981 hit.
Shake it up. Shake it up. Shake it up. Shake it up.
That was legitness.
What are you waiting for? Go to www.helimix.com to order your bottle today. Disclaimer: Shake It Up by the Cars, sold separately.
Hey you! Yeah you! Do you have a phone and you record on it? Pull it out. Throw that piece of junk out. You need to shoot stand-ups, sporting events, or news stories, but it's not enough? Well, you're in luck, because the NX Cam 3 is the best camera out there. The NX Cam 3 professionally handheld camcorder from Sony brings high-quality performance, adaptability, and easy to use. And if you see someone recording on their phone, slap it out of their hand, because they don't need it. Because they need the NX Cam 3. Ah, look how happy they are. So what are you waiting for? Order now for only $59.99 after tax. Get your NX Cam 3 today. I see he's got one. Look at him go.
Welcome back. It is time for the Trash Bin Sports Report. NDSU softball won their first game in a 3-game series against Kansas City 10-1 with some help from a furry friend. The Roos were up to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning with 2 outs when a dog had run onto the field and stole infielder Skylar Padgett's glove. The ball was hit into the glove that the dog had, and that would mark the 3rd out of the inning. NDSU has asked the owner of the dog if she would be able to attend any more softball games. The dog's owners have yet to answer. Moving on to national sports, breaking news from the NFL earlier today. The Jacksonville Jaguars will be packing their bags from Duval County and will be moving to London, England. The team has played a game there in every season since 2013. Owner Shahid Khan claims that the move is because the Jaguars have played more of a fan base in London than in Jacksonville for a few years now. The Jacksonville Jaguars will be playing in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium beginning this fall. March Madness is heading into the Final Four this weekend, and this gives NBA owners a new idea. They will be expanding the NBA playoffs, in which all 30 teams will make it into the playoffs. There will be no more 7-game series. Instead, it will be a winner-takes-all style, just like the March Madness bracket. NBA Commissioner Silver says it will gain more playoff revenue for the league, and it will be an excuse to have teams like the Magic and Pistons make the playoffs. This playoff format will begin next year. The 2030 World Cup location has been announced, and the soccer tournament will be held in Antarctica. Antarctica will host its first major sporting event in the continent's history. Due to the cold weather, teams will be provided mittens and jackets to wear on the sidelines, but they are not to be worn in the games. Players and fans are also asked to be cautious about the melting ice. Tickets for the World Cup will start at 9 cents and will never be available for purchase. That's all for Trash Bin Sports. Up next, Lydia Lafine will give you your 7-day weather outlook.
Do you find yourself really tired? Maybe falling asleep at work even? Or just arguing with people all around you in your day-to-day? Well, that could be that you're not getting a good enough breakfast. Or you're just hungry to begin with. And we have just a solution for you. I'm Jeffrey Jefferson III. I'm here to tell you about my latest and greatest product, Bran. It's just Bran. So why aren't you eating our product, you might ask? Well, maybe you haven't heard about Bran. Maybe you've heard about Raisin Bran, our competitors that take all our money. But we're the better brand because we're Bran. It's just Bran. It's great. You wake up in the morning, you can eat it. You can have it before you go to bed. Then when you go out to work, you have a tough job like farming. You can have it for workouts, for taking care of the kids, anything. It covers anything. And the best part is being Bran, just Bran. It's really cheap. I don't even have any money on me. I could probably buy it. It's that cheap. So next time you're in the stores, don't go buy that stupid sugary cereal. Don't buy some overpriced eggs, because now eggs are like $30 a dozen. Buy Bran. Just Bran. We have a testimonial from a customer of ours. Let's see what he has to say.
Hi, this is Swagger Souls, and I got a new product to show you. Bran. It's just Bran.
What does it do?
You eat it and you feel okay.
What does it taste like?
Bran.
I probably should have expected that.
Interested in getting some Bran? Well, we're no longer. You can walk right into your nearest store and find it in the cereal aisle.
Bran. It's just Bran.
Knock it off. Just turn yourself zero.
What are you doing? Oh my God! Take everyone down. You sing a sad song just to turn it around. You say you don't know. You tell me don't lie. You work and a smile and you go.
Hi there, I'm Lydia Lafine, and I'll be giving your trash bin weather today. So let's kick it off with the current conditions of the Fargo-Moorhead area. Skies right now seem to be overcast with a temperature of 273.15 degrees Kelvin, though currently feels to be about 4 degrees cooler at 269 nice 0.26 degrees. As for humidity, we did see a little bit of snow earlier today, but there's about a 50% chance of whether or not it'll pick up again. Either it will or it won't. Going on to the winds, we always have wind in Fargo. Moving on to our hour by hour. From 7 p.m. Until about midnight tonight, we're expecting to see things stay overcast, but at 3 a.m. we're expecting to see a very special phenomena known as hyper-aurora borealis. This is a similar but exacerbated effect of our sun's solar winds striking our atmosphere. Be sure to wear some sunscreen, as the predicted UV index is expected to reach around 5,000 as our atmosphere begins to be stripped away. As for the skycast, it seems that our side of the world, the sun will rise as normal, but we are expecting a 69 nice kilometer-wide meteor to strike the Earth around Botswana, which is seeming to be the cause for the light show this evening. Anywho, we will have about 12 hours and 19 minutes of cumulative sunlight. As for current temperatures, let's start all the way over here, as it looks like the winter temperatures seem to warm up. The long expected Yellowstone supervolcano has finally erupted, and we can see temperatures of about 1,477.594 Kelvin, but that will taper off to the mid-1000s in the following hours of the eruption. Ultimately, that meteor strike as well will be affecting the U.S., as we can see some heat coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, though these temperatures are expected to cool from minor tsunamis predicted to follow the meteor strike. Moving on to our precipitation for the next following hours, due to the Yellowstone eruption, ashfall will begin to cover the majority of the United States. From about Boise, Idaho, all the way down to Salt Lake City, Utah, we can predict anywhere from 50 to 100 centimeters of ash thickness, but that also tapers off to around 20 to 40 centimeters of a diameter from Lincoln, Nebraska to Seattle, Washington, and a light dusting of 5 to 15 centimeters across the rest of the United States. All citizens are highly encouraged by the government to find cover until further notice. But moving on to the 7-day forecast, it looks like this Friday things are going to be picking up as the Midwest is experiencing multiple heat waves. We can again thank this to the meteor strike mentioned earlier. Saturday is expected to be the only day to have such high temperatures, but again, the rest of this week will cool down, as on Sunday it will begin raining cats and dogs. Literally. Monday will be normal. Following Monday, we can still be dealing with a little bit of these atmospheric repercussions as firenadoes begin to pick up across the Midwest and Tornado Alley. Now, we're expecting some wildfires to start up after the firenadoes simmer down, but we'll likely see temps continue into the mid-800s to the high or low 900s. This is all thanks to the oceans eventually being evaporated into magma. But that's all I have for weather today. If you see any cool events coming up in this week, be sure to send them to www.ndsubin.com/news, and we'd love to feature some of those photos on the show. Hopefully you all enjoy your final moments. Have a great evening. I'm Lydia Lafine with Bison Information Network. Have a great night.